All right, man. What's going on? I just started the recording, so we on the clock now. How you been? I guess that's the best way to start. How you been?
Yeah, I've been good, man. Like everyone kind of going through this pandemic period. It's now that I look back, man, it's been a few months since like out of work and stuff like that, but it's been some good time. It's been a good time to kind of just, self-reflect, take a couple steps back.
Mhm.
My mantra's always been like, go, 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 outwork everyone. But I think I'm realizing now that maybe, 3 or 4 steps back will only
Yeah.
help progress you, forward. But with that being said, I will be ready once this thing opens up though. So.
Thanks. All right. So, Johnny, I don't know if you remember, you were the first guest on Stay Tuned with D.Rey. So when I started that podcast, we was up in New York. We caught up, and you was my first guest, and like, just one of the most inspirational people I ever met. You hit me with a lot of games fun, like you said, your mantra, like you got mantras and shit. You on top of your shit, like you know where
Yeah,
you're trying to go, and you know how to.
yeah,
But just to revisit that, how did that mindset start off? Like, where did you get that from?
yeah. I feel, what the thing is, I feel like that mindset, I think it came from like my parents just coming from a different country and, making it here. So I'm first generation Cuban. So they came here from Cuba, and like any other immigrant parents, like if you guys really think of the process of coming from another country to a world, a whole new world and making a life for yourself, that's really got to be like that. No one's stopping me type of mentality.
Yeah.
So I think I got a lot of that from that. And then just like, just some of my favorite athletes has always been like I'm not being mentality, like I'm not the most talented dude, but I know that for sure I won't let you like outwork me.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. All right. So this is the episode. This for creatives. You said outwork you. What is your work? Like, because it was Johnny the Shooter. I seen you change the handle to your last name outright. Respect on that.
Yeah.
Like, you're a shooter at the end of the day. So
Yeah. So
it work.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm Johnny Izquierdo is how you would pronounce my name. Yeah. I changed the handle real quick just because like I wanted more of like the artist global type of name. Like if I'm dealing with CMOs or CEOs or brands, I want them to be like, oh wow, this kid's like, he's an entity, because I treat this like that, like an artist. Like if I was like a rapper or singer or a band player or athlete,
Yeah.
So yeah, I photograph. I'm diving in now. I'm doing commercial, editorial, and photojournalism a lot in sports. I also don't mind stepping out of sports, but sports has been my forte. I started in the high school ranks, a lot of grassroots basketball. Slowly went up to college. Have made my way to do some work with the Knicks this year, and I've done a lot of like commercial work with brands with like some of the top athletes in the world.
Yeah. All right, so hold up. What's the stuff you was doing with the Knicks? You breezed over that real fast.
Yeah. So the Knicks, they don't have. I'm not their main shooter. I don't. I just got on board with them as I do their home games. I just photograph from a elevated pregame and elevated level.
Yeah.
A lot of these teams and everyone, they need so much content. So back in the day, it would just be like one photographer. But now I'm just there's 2 to 3 of us depending. 2 to 4 of us depending on the magnitude of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just started that with them maybe like December.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's been cool. I'll be also doing stuff. I'm working with MSG, so it'll be with stuff also outside of Knick games. But obviously, like the pandemic. My last game was the 5th or 6th. I think it was like the Rockets or something like that. Yeah. So it's been cool because it's hard to get into the Garden.
Yeah.
Like to get in there is hard. So
I was about to say no. It's locked down. Hold on. So when we first met, wasn't you shooting at the Garden that weekend for Duke?
Yeah, so I was doing stuff for Bleacher Report. So I'll do some work with Bleacher. So Bleacher will send me to games, again when it's big games, at the Garden. So how the Garden has like the 2K Classic and whatnot. So like I did that this year for Bleacher, and I did it the year before for Bleacher. Yeah. So yeah, I've done Duke the last two years that they were there.
All right, that's that. I was like, hold up. When you said it, I was like, you said the Garden hard to get. I was like, that was the.
Yeah, well, it's hard to get in with like MSG and like do work with the Knicks. It's not easy. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. What you're saying. All right, so give game to anybody out there who's a photographer. Like, how do you make these connections? Like you said, it's hard to get into. Like, how do you, connect these dots to get into these positions? Talk to these people.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I'll first and foremost say that like now being a little older and starting my career later, right? I've always kind of I look back and sometimes I was like, man, I wish I was like some of these kids that started at like 17, 18, 19, 20, which in retrospect doesn't really matter because like my field, like it's not like basketball. Like at 40, you're going to start sucking. You know what I mean? Like you could probably hit your peak, as you get older.
Yeah.
But my point is this, is that I learned a lot, like going to college and having regular jobs, 9-to-5 jobs, you know, that I learned how to like speak to people and network. Because a lot of these jobs that I've gotten, it's just been me being a people person, you know, like, hey, listen, I take pictures. This is what I do, you know, and just being, you know, answering and doing things in a timely manner. So I think a lot of the game is not only doing good work, but it's also networking as well. And I think I learned a lot of that just, you know, going through college and having regular 9-to-5 jobs and learning how to, I always tell my friends, like, I know how to move this, you know?
No, that's a try. You good. You can kind of hear it, but I like it. Add to it.
I'm in the elements right now.
I'm about to say, I love it. All right, hold it, John. I gotta ask you a question. I don't think I ever asked it. Anybody with tats, I'm always interested. Like, I got mine. You know, everybody tats got their story. What's the joint with the puzzles mean for you?
Okay. Oh, sweet. Yeah, this is probably my favorite one. So, this puzzle piece, my brother's autistic. Yeah. So it's a puzzle piece for autism awareness, right? Okay. But it also like leans into a camera. So that says capture life. So it's kind of it's a double mantra that goes into, you know, autism awareness, but also like the puzzle pieces that will connect to this camera. That's like kind of essentially like changed my life. Yeah. And then it kind of rolls up really quick into like my favorite term, manifested. And then like it's a visual montage of all the things that inspire me.
All right. Real quick with manifested because I had another question, but I got to touch on that. You hear that word get thrown around so much. Like,
yeah.
And it kind of sucks with social media because it's like everything is so quick to get caught on to. It's like people who really aren't into certain things, they just hear it and it's like less on with it. But at the same time, it's beautiful because the people who are really about it, it does capture their eyes. So like, what does that mean to you? Like, because you speak on that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I do agree with you. I think it's definitely been overused. I think it's
like culture or John and Philly. Like,
yeah, it's the way people are throwing around the word goat now. Like everyone now is goated.
How many goats is there?
Yeah, like stop. That shit angers me, but I'll leave that one for another one. But the manifesting, I've been doing that stuff before, the social thing, because when I 5-6 years ago, I always knew I was gonna be great at something. I just didn't know what it was. You know, I tried to rap. I used to write music when I was in high school and college. I studied public relations and business, so I managed a couple of my buddies that were DJs. I thought that was gonna get big. I did my own podcast. I did my own. Then I got into photos. So I feel like I always knew that there was gonna be something for me. I just didn't know what. You know, that's already the manifest. That's before I knew what the term was. Yeah. And I read into it, and I started doing some research and reading about this like mantra of like, seeing what you believe in. You know, I was telling my friend, if you can see it, you know, then you can hold it in your hand. So every year, you know, the last 3 years, I'd write a letter to myself 365 days prior. So then when the year turned, I would read back of what you can kind of wrap your head around that. You know, I would write like everything that I would want to be a year from now. And then I would write my yearly goals, and then I'll write my 5-year goal, and then I'll write one extreme, like out of this world goal. And I tell you, I was telling a classroom the other day that I was teaching that you write these stuff down, I check everything off, man. And I shit you not when I told you like, yo, when I started getting into the role of photography and I was like, yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work with this. I'm going to do this. Like no one's stopping me. And I wrote it down. I believed it. I dream it. I sleep it. Sometimes I overthink it, but that's just been my that's just like the mantra that I've had. So yeah, I do think it's been thrown around. Yeah. Like I don't need to say the word manifest. Like it's in my head already. But yeah, that's technically, yeah, it is that though.
I like that. All right, hold up. We almost done. This timer is I didn't realize how fast 10 minutes was, but that's why we got the shows for people with short attention span. Real quick, this or that round. All right,
let's hit it.
All right, Kobe or LeBron?
LeBron.
Kobe or Jordan?
Jordan.
New York or LA?
LA.
Regular popcorn or kettle corn?
Regular popcorn.
UNC or Nova?
You said USC or UNC?
UNC or Nova?
Nova.
Duke or UNC?
UNC.
I don't know how to say this, but
hit it.
Taking regular photography or the videos? Which one?
Photo, definitely.
Photo, definitely. All right. Biking or running?
Biking.
These are random as hell. I know these.
Yeah, no, I like random biking.
All right. You know what water ice is?
What?
You know what water ice is, right?
No.
What the hell?
Oh, like the flavor ice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water ice cream.
Ice cream.
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Hamburgers.
4th of July, Memorial Day.
4th of July.
All right, bet that. Rona or no Rona?
No
I'm
Rona.
messing with you, I'm messing with you.
Only a cold Corona.
All right, bro. That's our time, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you for having me, man. Seriously, you the man. Keep this shit going, like I told you, and proud of you, and excited to see the final of this because it's always good chopping it up with you. So I appreciate you having me.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Like you told me before, see you at the top. I wrote that down in my journal, by the way, too. So thank you for that.
And whatever the top may be, and whatever year will be, we just got to trust, whatever universe and God you believe in, and that stuff's gonna work itself out. But you got to write it down and believe it.
My man.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon, man.
Got that.
All right, bro.